Today marks 1 year since the war in Ukraine began. Since then, more than 2,000 Ukrainians have sought refuge in Michigan. Many of them now living in communities all across Metro Detroit.
And 1 year on, they're working to heal from the trauma of war while trying to adjust to a new way of life. That includes the family of one Ukrainian mother living in Metro Detroit who had 3 of her children and several grandchildren caught in the chaos of the invasion.
But today, thanks to a U.S. government program, she's been reunited with them in Metro Detroit. 7 Action News reporter Amira David shares their story and how you can help others still resettling.
About 3 days, I could not sleep, I could not eat.
For Mom Olga Brunetska, February 24th is a date synonymous with agony.
I could not do anything.
On that day a year ago, she'd sit helplessly in Madison Heights as 3 of her children in Ukraine were sent into a tailspin. Her daughter Natalia was one of them.
What was going through your mind?
Yeah, коли почалася війна. Ми проснулися зранку. People... Sorry.
It's okay.
Olga, who has long lived in the U.S. and agreed to translate for her kids, is having a hard time doing it without tears.
People was in panic. They come outside and talk to each other what to do with war.
Natalia, her brother Gregory, and their respective families would find themselves stuck under a constant threat of attack. Mom Olga begged them to leave for other European countries.
And they said, Mom, don't worry, we're fine, not yet.
Something told them to stay, and the risky decision paid off because a few months later, the U.S. launched Uniting for Ukraine, the program that would ultimately allow them to live with their mom in America.
You are now reunited with 3 of your children that were living in Ukraine. How does that feel?
Oh my God. There is no words to describe. I am so happy.
But sadly, each smile, each sigh of relief for this family is weighed down by the heaviness of war, with so many other loved ones left behind, including Natalia's boyfriend and father of her soon-to-be-born baby.
He has travel authorization, but he cannot leave Ukraine yet.
Because he's a man?
Because he is a man, yeah.
Under martial law, Ukraine requires able men to stay and fight. On top of the worry for loved ones at home, there's worry over resettling in a new country with a new language. But above all, there's gratitude.
What do you appreciate most about living in the United States?
Безпека, мабуть.
To feel safe.
Feeling safe means Gregory can get to and from work without the threat of a missile strike. For Natalia, it means bringing a baby into a home with working electricity and hot water.
Do you maintain hope?
Звичайно, маю. Всі війни закінчуються.
Every war ends. So I believe this war will end very soon. And I believe in next year we will have much better life in Ukraine than it is now. In Ukraine we have saying, hope dies last. There is always hope. There is always hope. There is no choice, just to hope.
Because despite all of the darkness, the ability remains to see light. I'm Amira David, 7 Action News.
In addition to helping her own family adjust, Olga is helping nearly 100 other families. When the war hit, she began working as a case manager at nonprofit Samaritas. So if you are in a position to give, head to our webpage, WXYZ.com.